Welcome to CaseBreakin. Man, it feels good to be back. It seems like it's been a year.
It feels like we just came off the offseason.
I mean, what just happened?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I tell you what, it was nice to travel around and do something with the family and just get away.
Yes.
I saw you over in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
In the locker room after the championship.
Yeah.
That had to be surreal.
It was. First of all, let me say it's good to see you again. And we both had exciting off seasons.
Yes, we did.
We'll start with me first, being a part of that whole situation with the Milwaukee Bucks. Unbelievable experience. Unbelievably happy for them. The city of Milwaukee deserves it. I think we had 800 to 1 million people, 800,000 to 1 million people for the parade, and just the jubilation, the thrill of the moment was incredible. The Bucks were clearly the best team in the finals to me. Giannis was just superior, man. I would say, and you can help me with this, maybe one of the greatest, finals performances ever. With his performance, 50-point game in Game 6, he was just extraordinary, and so the whole team, this was their year. This was their year, and they were built for the moment, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. Yeah,
I mean, it was special. I mean, I was pulling for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I know Stephen wasn't, but it was purely because he loaded up on Devin Booker rookies.
I did exactly what I tell everyone not to do.
Yes.
Do not buy cards during the playoffs.
Wow.
And I bought
Wow.
I won like 7 Devin Booker auctions the night that they went up 2-0. So at the absolute peak pricing, I won like 7 Booker rookies. And I'm like, these are going to double in like 2 weeks.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, you almost justified in doing that because he was playing great up to that point. Not that he didn't play, great in the next couple games, but I still believe that the Bucks will win the series, even though they were up 2. Phoenix was up 2-0. They were just built, man, and Bobby Portis and P.J. Tucker and Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. How big was he this year, for them? So really happy for him. And then I was able to go up there for the celebration. I was up there for Game 4 and Game 6. And it was just special. And then when we won it, the confetti and the jubilation again was just amazing. And for me, having played there for 11 years, it was really special. Many nights, many years, hoping and wishing that we would win a championship and to finally be a part of one was just amazing.
Yeah, people forget the impact you had on that organization. And, it's very nice to see how welcoming and awesome they are to, an athlete that, has been retired for what,
8 years.
8 years now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're still active in the organization, and they still are just great with you. So that's great to see. I think that's a great thing about the NBA. I'm sure not every organization is like that, but it's really nice to see that.
It was humbling. It really was. They merged me in as if I was still a current player. And I was like, well, no, I'm here to celebrate what you guys have accomplished. And they were like, no, you need to be a part of this. So it's been an awesome summer being a former Buck, man.
Yeah.
And in fact, you need to come up with me to a game at some point too. We've been saying it for the last couple of years. COVID obviously changed a lot of those plans, but now that they're letting fans back into the games, maybe we could sneak up there together.
I'd love to, man. I'd love to. An early game, something like that. That'd be fantastic.
We have to do it, man. We have to do it.
And to answer your question about one of the best finals performances ever, it's up there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's got to be top 10. I'm sure Stefan probably has quite a few on his mind at this exact moment, but
it's up there. 50 points in the closing game.
50-15. Was it 50-15 and 5?
Oh, man.
I thought it was 50-15 and 5.
Could be. I mean, he was a monster.
He was unstoppable. He just basically said, we're winning this game, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
He was incredible. Jordan had a 55-point game against Phoenix, but it wasn't a closeout game.
Yeah.
So, but still,
yeah,
incredible performance. But Giannis is certainly up there for sure. And you can make the argument that they may be favorites next year, or at least top 3 team.
They lost PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good one.
Yeah.
That guy's gritty, man.
He's terrific.
I love him. He like looks up at like 7 feet tall people and is like, "What are you talking about, man? I'll mess you up."
That's where they really got him.
Correct.
All the just bully ball, man. All and they're so tall.
100%.
100%. So tall with Tucker, Middleton's big for a guard.
6'8". Yeah.
Drew Holiday for being a shorter. Dude, that dude is a tank.
It's funny
He
with
is a
all
tank.
the rule changes, right? With even the whole analytics and layups and threes, and also the rules changing towards the physicality, the playoffs always revert back to bigs and being physical.
Yep.
And mid-range shots. And that's all you saw. Devin Booker, all these Chris Middleton, mid-range shots, physicality, and throw it to the big, Giannis, and let him dominate. In spite of all of the changes the NBA has made, it still reverts back to how it used to be played.
Yeah, even the refs let him get a little more physical, which is nice to see for me.
I agree.
It's nice. Portis, too. Portis was amazing.
I think that's what got Brooklyn in
He
the
just
end.
brought all the
Bingo.
KD was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, if he's not top 3 scorer of all time, I don't even know what to say.
Arguably?
I mean, he's up there. But watching that game 7 and how he was just basically and he was making some ridiculous shots in that game, and they just couldn't get in the middle. They couldn't. They didn't have anyone, and it didn't help. I mean, you can make an argument that Harden was not there. He did not have his shot. He was more of a decoy on the floor. Kyrie was out.
Yeah.
So it was basically that. And they didn't have enough. And they almost got there. I got to imagine next year Brooklyn's a favorite. I mean, in the East.
100%.
Yeah.
I got to imagine. And I would have, it seems as though, well, that probably is a good segue to talk about NBA free agency right now. I mean, what are your first thoughts? I know I got quite a few in the pocket right now, but
let's hear your questions or your thoughts, because I thought the trades were more impactful than probably the free agency period this year.
I honestly, I think the Lakers won free agency. I mean, I don't know how you can look at that roster up and down and say they didn't address everything they needed to address.
Sure.
They got Dwight Howard in the middle, which I don't care what anybody says. He impacts the game in the middle, just like you're talking about. Who did they get? The shooter? I forget.
Dude, they got Westbrook, Rondo, Carmelo.
No, but they got
Howard, none.
They also got a 45% 3-point shooter. I forget his name.
Wayne Ellington.
Ellington.
Trevor Ariza.
I mean, they've got
Kent Bazemore.
They've got they've got depth. They've got I mean, I don't know how they don't come out next year as the favorites in the West.
In the West, at least,
In the West, at least. Brooklyn, they're there. I was kind of disappointed that the Mavericks didn't make a move around Luka, man.
I knew you was going to come up. I knew it. You love Luka. So
Porzingis is not the answer on that team, I mean, and Mark Cuban's a fantastic owner. I don't know why they wouldn't make a move on that team. They had an opportunity to get, I mean, think about it. They could probably make a run at Bradley Beal. I don't think Dame was going anywhere. I think Dame is a loyal guy and he's just going to stay put.
Yeah.
I mean, Westbrook wouldn't fit, right? That he dominates the ball too much. He wouldn't fit with Luka at all. So that really, you need an off the ball shooter. Kawhi, my goodness. Imagine pairing Kawhi and Luka together. I mean, that's about as good of a pairing that you can possibly put together.
That's all it is, a dream at this point.
It's
though.
You
it's
think
a dream.
Porzingis is not
dream.
the answer, huh? I got to give it one more year with Porzingis. I think J. Kidd is going to be great for Luka. He may not be as ball dominant as he was the last couple of years. So that, in order for Luka to win, and I agree with you, they need more pieces around him. Luka can't be the system. He's got to fit into a system, if that makes sense. Like LeBron, for example, is a system. He never has fit into a system. He is the system. But I think if he was in more of a system, he may have had more championship opportunities or at least rings. Not opportunities, but rings.
Yeah, but they didn't have players around him for half his career.
Well,
especially in Cleveland.
The second
time around.
The great coaches, right? Pop has a system. Tim Duncan fit into it.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Jackson had a system. MJ fit into it. If LeBron would have had that, who knows?
I mean, I'd at least like to see him make a move for like Colin Sexton. Like the Cavs wanted to
for Porzingis. For Porzingis,
I don't know if you give up Porzingis for Sexton, but you certainly could load up some picks, and they have enough assets to be able to get him. And Cleveland would fire sell Sexton. I mean, he They hate that he dominates the ball in Cleveland, but that guy can play off the ball and he can shoot. He can score.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good player. I don't know. That was my biggest disappointment in free agency is that the Mavericks, they couldn't get over the Clippers hump for the second year in a row with incredible play by Luka. And, they just need something more there. They need a little more. If they're going to compete and win a championship, you just need something more in modern day NBA. You just need a little bit more. So
they're about 2 years away.
Yeah.
To your point. And
then Lakers, they won. I mean, Westbrook is probably not the most ideal of trades, but
it's going to be interesting.
Are they going to?
It's definitely going to be interesting.
I mean, LeBron is very cerebral,
sure.
So he can kind of do anything, right? I mean, you got to imagine Russ is running the point now, and I guess that puts LeBron at the 3, because Ariza plays the 4. I don't know, I mean,
That's a good point.
I mean, now it probably puts AD at the 4, right, or the 5. I don't know, man.
Where does Westbrook's value come from if he's not ball dominant?
Well, he's an average 3-point shooter. He's a great defender. I mean, between playoff Rondo and Westbrook defending, I mean, that's about as good as it gets at the guard position, right? Carmelo's been shooting fantastic at Portland, playing fantastic. He wants to win a ring. I thought that was a huge pickup. He's got a great mid-range game. He's got, what killed the Lakers, they just didn't have any depth. Nobody could score last year. It was like, they were just kind of inept offensively. I mean, they just got shut down.
Lose LeBron and Anthony Davis for an extended amount of time. I don't care who else they have. You're in the West, too.
And it's still going to come down to them two. At the end of the day. And I love Westbrook, but it's going to come down to the health of AD and the health of LeBron at the end of the day.
Yep.
I think AD or Westbrook's biggest positive that he brings is going to be dominating the ball a little more to take all that pressure off LeBron to do it. Because playing off the ball for Westbrook, like you said, he's not a great 3-point shooter. He gets streaky. But, cutting to the basket, he drives. He still takes it to the hole constantly, and he's a beast in that regard. But he's not an off-ball shooter.
No, I don't. And for that reason, I don't think they'll be on the court together long. Like, first quarter, LeBron will probably come out in the 5-minute, 6-minute mark. Westbrook will take over. And then LeBron will come back second quarter, and Westbrook will take a rest. So there'll be a way where their minutes will be almost separate. They won't be on the court as much.
I could see LeBron and Carmelo playing a lot together.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Carmelo can shoot.
Right.
Damn near anywhere.
Right.
Ellington, he'll be out there.
Right.
I mean, Nunn and Bazemore. I mean, how unbelievable some of the moves that they got out there. I mean, they're all old.
Relatively speaking,
right? They're I know
older players for sure.
Athletes, when athletes get like 32, they're like, "Oh my gosh,"
100%,
right?
100%.
I just turned 41, and I'm like, I'm still young, man. I'm good.
But yeah, we talk about these people in these sports like they're ancient because they're 34, 35.
True.
In fantastic shape. And
well, that is cause for concern. I mean, when you turn 37, 35, 36, playing at a high level, I mean, injuries are more easily, prone to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see, can they maintain AD and LeBron throughout the whole 82-game season and then have them at optimal level when the playoffs come? That's going to be that's the challenge.
I mean, as it stands right now, I don't know who else I would pick out of the West than LA. I definitely don't think the Clippers are even going to get to the Western Conference Finals.
No Kawhi, huh?
I
The
mean,
ACL.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's out for a while.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
No Suns. No. The experience of being in the finals won't propel them to.
I think that was like their magical season, man.
I think
Okay.
that was their shot.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
They didn't really make any. I mean, they re-signed Chris Paul, but
Yeah.
I don't really think they did much else that's sticking out in my mind.
Chris Paul's no spring chicken either, right?
That's exactly right.
He's really
Right.
and he was playing out of his mind.
He's playing great.
I mean, he was playing fantastic basketball.
But they do have a lot of young guys, though, too, you know?
Yeah,
They do.
Booker's still young. Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Ayton.
Andre Ayton.
Yeah.
I mean, they're young. Well, they had that experience at a young age.
Cam
Don't be
Johnson.
surprised. They'll be up there. Denver's going to be out of it because of no Jamal Murray.
Is he going to be out
for-
all year?
I think so. Maybe till March.
Ugh.
February, March.
I mean, and by that time, I mean, the Lakers played that game last year where they were like, doesn't matter what seed we are. It does.
It does.
It ended up
It
mattering.
Big time.
Warriors?
Yeah, Warriors.
What,
Yeah, we sleep on the war. It depends what happens with Clay.
I
If
mean,
he comes back and actually is Clay,
Right.
yeah, they definitely have a chance.
Chance.
And Wiseman, too, if he can come back healthy.
I called this a while back that Simmons was going to get traded to Golden State. And I think they're looking at their roster with Wiggins, and they're like, I think Wiggins is better than Ben Simmons. I mean,
you can make the argument.
I mean,
He's in that situation with the players around him. I think he is a better option.
I mean,
And he's a kid. He's an off-ball shooter. Whenever anybody drives, he shoots a ball too. Period.
Simmons would do better at running the point, and he's a lockdown defender, I think. I mean, he's one of the best.
He's younger version of Draymond.
What do you have to package to get him? You'd have to probably give Wiseman, Draymond, and
Probably some picks.
Some picks, too.
They're unrealistic at this point.
yeah. I mean, I don't.
Everybody's so down on Simmons, and they want too much.
That guy. I mean,
He would have been gone already.
how can that guy not develop a jump shot, man?
He doesn't practice.
He's
From
like,
what I hear, everything I read, he doesn't put the time in. When the season's over, he goes and does his thing, and then he shows back up, and he's not like spending time working on all the aspects of the game like he should be.
I mean,
But you always see those videos. He's in those open gyms every summer.
Right.
Oh man, he's
Right.
hitting wide open threes with nobody, with a 5'11" dude at the YMCA guarding him. Oh, he's gonna be great this year. Get him in the game, and he won't even shoot a layup. That was.
be nice to our fellow 5'11" dudes, man.
But to his point, though, is there any value to Simmons right now on the market? I don't know.
It's down.
It's certainly down.
It's way down.
Yeah.
I mean, to command top level talent on a $180 million contract on a lockdown defender when you have basically Clay, Draymond, and Wiggins is a great defender as well. I mean, it just
Yeah.
the math probably doesn't make sense for them, And Jordan Poole, he's I mean, I think they think if they can keep their roster healthy, they got enough to move. I mean, that's a good point. Golden State,
Yeah.
if I really hope Clay, I really hope Clay stays healthy
Love
this
Clay.
year, man.
Love Clay. Love
I
Clay.
mean, he seems like a great guy. I mean, geez, and
I
he's
completely forgot him. It's been so long.
it's almost like he got like DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
He was like on top of his game, had a $200 million contract, and then bam, ACL, then bam, he Achilles, and then you're like, that's 2 years gone.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we'll see. I'm still picking the Lakers. Who are you picking?
To come out the West, the Lakers. I don't see anybody. Anything can happen. Injuries can happen.
Sure.
If Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and Lakers are healthy, I got LA, and it's gonna come down to between Milwaukee and Brooklyn in the East.
And then I got Phoenix. I think Denver. If Denver could make a run, if Jamal Murray
Denver.
gets back,
Yeah, that's the
and,
key.
and Porter develops. Porter stays consistent. He had streaks of looking incredible.
Yeah.
That's
what his career so far, though.
Right.
Is flashes.
Right. And then of course,
Luka.
No, man, I just looked at the Mavs roster. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything.
I'll bet you what. I'll bet you Luka wins the MVP on that roster.
Possibly.
Yeah, MVP of that team.
He'll average 30 points, 9 and 9 somehow, or who
Him
knows?
and Giannis will vie for the MVP.
Yeah, I
Him
mean,
and Giannis
I don't even know who else would handle the ball. Was Jalen Brunson going to be the main ball? He's not bad.
Right? No. I like Jalen Brunson.
But
Yeah.
he can't be the main ball handler the whole game. Man,
They signed back Tim Hardaway Jr. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's more of a shooter.
Yeah.
you put anything on Miami?
I do.
They got Lowry.
Oh, actually, yeah.
But to
Miami
come out
looks
of the
pretty good.
East, no. But to contend to be a top 4, top 5 seed, yes.
Yeah,
And the Bulls made moves this
Yeah.
offseason too.
yeah. They're still pretty young.
Yeah.
But
Kind of.
it's gonna come down to
Brooklyn and Milwaukee.
Brooklyn and Milwaukee. Philly will do exactly what I said the last episode we had. They'll win a game, it'll be flashy, and then they'll fizzle out. And it's been their story. Like and Philly fans are no joke, man. They get really upset.
What if Simmons went to Boston?
They got rid of Kemba. Maybe.
Who are they going to give him though?
Neither Brown or Tatum.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. No.
Take Brown or Tatum off
Marcus
that
Smart?
team. He just re-signed that contract though.
Yeah, you could give him Smart. You could give him.
They're going to want a bunch of picks.
What about
and
Romeo
high-level
Langford?
Players.
Langford will get time over there. They've got some good shooting.
No way. He's not going to Boston.
That would be fun, though.
Atlanta has the most assets probably.
I was
Hawks.
about to mention. I was like, you guys just forgot about what they did.
They'll be good this
I
year.
think that was a flash.
They have a
in the
lot of
pan.
talent. I think they're for real. I think Atlanta will be here for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because their last 3 drafts have been amazing.
Yeah.
Like really solid,
amazing. I
solid
agree.
drafts.
Hunter, Reddish.
Herter, Trae Young. Yeah,
Young.
Hunter, Reddish, Okongwu, the last draft. He looked really good.
They signed Capella back. Bogdanovich is there still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
They have a crew.
They're and
The
they're
East-
well coached too.
You can make the argument it's better than the West.
It's now that we're talking about it, it's
Top to
starting
bottom.
sound like it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been decades.
Decades.
Yeah, I mean, in a series, let's just say, let's go Brooklyn, let's go Milwaukee, let's go Philly, let's go Miami 4, and then
I don't have Philly as high as you do.
I don't either.
But
I got the Hawks. Okay.
They won. They were number 1 seed in the East last year, so I mean, whatever. But then, for sake of argument, let's go Lakers, Phoenix, Clippers, and give me the top 4 team in the West. Probably.
Maybe Dallas.
No, I was going to say, okay, well, call it Denver. Call it
Okay.
Utah.
Forgot about Utah.
Just go
yeah.
Utah.
Yep.
I didn't pick Atlanta, and I didn't pick Dallas. Who you got in a game between Dallas and Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Yeah, I got Atlanta in that series all day long.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay, well, then you go down one more, and let's just say you go Denver to, what's a contender in the East that's right there? Denver and the Bulls. That'd be a scrappy series, So, yeah, I mean, I honestly think that the East may be stronger than
I think
the
it
West.
is.
It might be.
It's looking like I'm looking at all the teams right now, and the Spurs are
Rebuilding.
they're rebuilding. Pelicans, they're coming up, but they're not there
No.
yet. Grizzlies, same thing.
No.
Houston's terrible.
Yep.
Kings are looking if they can stay healthy, but they're a borderline maybe a seed.
Mm-hmm.
Suns great, Lakers great, Clippers depending on what happens with Kawhi, Golden State health, Nuggets health. Timberwolves are on their way up, I feel like, but
You
it's
think
going to
so?
be a minute.
Yeah.
I like
You have OKC is pretty bad.
That
now.
might be the next big trade, though.
What?
Carl Anthony Towns.
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that just for his sake. Give him a chance and then give us some young talent. Because we could just have an all team. We could have a whole team just 23 and under. Let him run wild.
They're in rebuilding mode. I don't know if he's part of the future.
They still
They've
have.
been in rebuilding mode since Garnett left, man.
I know.
It's sad.
I know.
I thought we were going to lose him a couple times.
Right.
Kevin Love was wasted there. Carl Anthony now is being wasted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his name's there, too?
Edwards going to turn
D'Angelo
around.
Russell's there.
D'Angelo Russell.
Correct.
How old's he? He's got to be older than 23.
Came out in 15, so yeah.
27, 28.
25, 26, 27.
Mm-hmm.
What, he only played
He was
1 year?
19, so
Yeah.
26.
Well, okay.
And then you have Portland, which their first round exits pretty much every year.
That's a trade right there.
Jazz.
Will Dame stay the whole year?
Dame will stay. McCollum's out.
I hope Dame leaves, man. He deserves better.
Anthony Simons deserves way more time. That guy is a unbelievable shooter.
He is.
He's
And I have his
streaky as
rookie
hell.
card, so I'm really gonna.
You're
I'm
rooting
really
for him.
I'm pulling for him right now, man.
He's an athlete too, man. Goodness.
He is.
Yeah,
Really is.
didn't he win the dunk contest?
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. And he's a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Dame, I don't know how many years he has left in his contract, but
Well, we'll close on this one.
yeah.
Please, if you're listening, bring back the dunk contest. Let's get Zion in it this year. It's in Cleveland. Let's make the dunk contest.
Wait, how does it always come back to the dunk contest no matter what? Every episode, no matter what time of year it is, it always somehow dunk contest comes in.
It's awesome. I love the dunk contest, man.
Was it good last year?
Was that the one where didn't Simons blow that candle out on the cupcake?
It's okay. I remember. I mean, no offense
Aaron
to
Gordon and
the
Zach
players.
Levine, they were the last, I think.
Great one.
When
Great.
they went 50-50, 50.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was,
Yes.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
And even when he jumped over Taco Fall, that
Yeah.
year.
I-
But that was a battle.
It was subpar. We got to get some. I'd like to see Ant in it. I'd like to see Zion in it. I'd like
Wow.
bring this, and then I
Wow.
think it would be the coolest thing ever to just grab some random, really really great dunker that's not even a professional basketball player, and just let them get in there like a random,
Those dunking leagues.
those dunking leagues that they have because
That's all they do.
Those guys can fly.
Lie.
I mean,
Probably beat the NBA players.
that would be so fun.
I think so. It's almost like a long driving contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those guys can out drive anybody on tour,
Yeah.
but
They're not
they just
professional
shoot 84,
golfers.
85.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
No, they're not fun, Red. When you pull those points out, you're never happy.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we're starting off hot. We got Joe Burrow again,
Bounce back year for him.
another rookie.
Hopefully.
Rooting for him.
This looks kind of interesting. Ian Book. Another Notre Dame quarterback that probably will get Brady Quinn, unfortunately. Michael Carter.
Another good Browns pick.
Right.
Oh, boy. See, that's a low blow. That just hurts.
I don't know why you had to go there.
That just hurts.
He's going. There is. Oopsie. Sorry, Pat. Okay. It's running some technical difficulties here. And then we got Drew Lock. We missed on that one. He's got one more year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We'll see.
I hope. We were really excited when we were pulling him. At least Stefan was.
You were too.
You made me excited. All right, we're going elements. There's not a lot of 2021 football out right now, guys, so we're doing our best here. We want quick opens. Red's got a tea time, so we got to move here.
It's not a tea time. It's a lesson. It's a lesson.
Oh, no.
I got to somehow beat you and beat John Weaver.
I tell you what, it's bad. It's bad for us when we're like sitting there getting lessons and it's the end of the golf season. That's never a good sign.
You're right. You're absolutely
It should be coming at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and microwave my lunch. You enjoy that lesson.
Najee Harris.
Ooh.
I like him.
I do too.
Oh, look at this. TJ Watt. Hopefully we see him on the field this year.
I think
what's
we
that
will.
number 2?
I think we will.
The Watt, it's neon. 3 of 5.
Wow.
That's nice.
They'll get the deal
That's
done.
really nice.
That's nice.
5.
Uh-oh. Mac Jones to 50.
Oh.
Jonesy.
Dude, his cards have doubled in the last 2 weeks.
Jonesy.
Doubled since Cam got released.
Yep.
Wow.
Get this one off our Instagram page quick before Stefan sells it. Travis Etienne. He was really good at Clemson.
ACL.
Yeah, that's sad.
That really is. Uh-oh. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Baker. I don't think this one's going to leave the room.
Big year for him.
Watch. It's a big year for him, man. It's a real big year.
Yeah, it's a big year.
All right, we got one more here. One more.
I think he's going to crumble under the pressure.
Baker?
Yep.
There was rumors out there. I think I may have mentioned this before that there was a trade out there potentially for Aaron Rodgers and Baker Mayfield. Would you have made that trade?
I mean,
What was Rodgers going to stay there for 1 year though and leave? Because
no, he's
what's
under,
the point?
he's under contract.
No. I'm saying if they traded, I don't know, if they traded him to the Browns, does he want to play in Cleveland after playing in Green Bay for his entire career? Oh my gosh! I mean, you're a Browns fan. You know how horrible that is.
Oh God!
Could you imagine playing there?
I would love to have played there as a Browns fan.
As a
The Browns.
I'll tell
a
you.
Cavaliers fan. Not a
They,
Cavaliers
they might need a wide receiver when Odell goes down again.
We'll give
at the Browns today.
we'll give Kirk Cousins straight up for Aaron any day, man. Straight up, no
And
problem.
a couple other guys.
You'll get no argument from me. I'll even throw in this Kellen Mond right here.
I would like to see him play this year a little bit. What's that number 2? That Mond.
I don't know. 1 of 27.
Nice.
All right. Jason Peters, beast, Hall of Famer probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be a Hall of Famer. Oh, Najee Harris to 75.
Nice.
That's good. I like that one. Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitt. I can't wait to see this guy. See what he can do in the pros.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, they're going to need him.
That's good. Look at that. John Elway.
Nice.
That's got to be numbered to what, 250? Yeah.
249 or something.
Anytime you get a John Elway, you're going to be happy about it.
Top 10 quarterback of all time. Top 5. Top 10.
Not top 5.
Top 10 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10.
Those elements pass were pretty good.
Yeah, they were. They were. I mean, give me the top 10 right now.
Top 10 quarterbacks of all time?
Give it to me.
Right now?
Yeah, quick.
Brady, Montana, Randall Cunningham for sure, number 3. He's one of my favorites.
He was amazing.
Yeah, he was entertaining as hell too. Dude, Elway might be in the top 5 if he would have won another Super Bowl. Too. Aaron Rodgers has to be in the top 10,
5.
even though he's only won one Super Bowl. That's always going to be the downfall for him.
Top 5.
Brett Favre, obviously, but he only won
One. Went twice.
Yep. These are just some of these guys are my
Peyton Manning.
favorites. Peyton Manning. Thank you. I mean, why is it all on me, guys?
Drew
Johnny Unitas,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees,
Terry Bradshaw. 4 championships.
Yeah, for sure.
Bradshaw's up there.
Starbuck.
Yep. I'd go Brady, Manning, Marino.
Troy Aikman.
Oh,
Marino. I mean, from a talent perspective.
Oh, Marino.
Aaron
was
Rodgers? Talent perspective?
Yeah, you got to put Rodgers in. For me, top 5, and then I probably round it out with Drew Brees just because he holds so many records. I mean, how do you keep him off?
Over Elway.
I'd put personally. I mean,
He doesn't really like Elway, apparently.
I'm still mad at Elway for beating the Vikings. Whatever. That's the Falcons. Sorry, that was Chandler. He wasn't any good. But I don't know. I didn't see enough of Elway really to
Steve Young.
really go there. I mean,
Did you Steve Young?
I'm not
All
saying
right.
he's one of the. No, I mean we're talking about the Mount Rushmore.
Right.
I mean, I mean.
Well, he
okay.
didn't start out in the NFL, so he lost a little bit of time there. But
Yeah. Well, all right. We're going back, Stefan. We got to get at least. It's been too long. We need at least 5 hot takes from you, man. Quick hot takes. Baseball's heating up. Football. Your record has been relatively subpar, so I think if you just don't put any research on it, you might actually get it right this time.
this is garbage. This is garbage. What are you talking about? If my record was a batting average in baseball, it'd be great. If free throw shooting, it wouldn't be that cool. I don't have any hot takes. What do you want? NBA, football?
I say you go, like, if you're buying cards right now outside of the obvious, and I would put Wander Franco as one of the obvious, obviously.
I wouldn't be buying baseball right now, really.
Let's go 5 football sleepers.
I wouldn't be buying football right now. If you weren't already buying football in the last 6 months, it's a bit late. All right, one thing. After week 1, do not overreact to performances by players and go out and swoop up a ton of money worth of their cards, especially if it's a vet who's been around 4 or 5 years and has always kind of been subpar and mediocre. And he has a huge week 1, do not go out and drop thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars on their cards. Because guess what? They might go back to the way they were playing the rest of their career, week 2, and then for the foreseeable future. So and people do it all the time. It happens every year.
I'll do
every
that.
year.
I'll do that right after
exactly.
week 1.
Matt Ryan's going to get hurt. Josh Rosen's going to have a good game or something. And never mind. Leo's already went pretty heavy on Josh Rosen. But for that, I mean, rookies still, because if they do have I like to wait at the beginning of football until someone puts together a string of games, 2, 3, 4 good games, before you really start investing heavy in them. Especially the guys that were already expensive. So all your top 5 quarterbacks for rookies, they're already expensive. So I know people don't want to miss out. They don't want to miss out. So whoever has the first couple of these rookies or the big name guys first game, it goes nuts. Cards, like I said, Mac Jones, some of those autograph cards, they were half as much 3-4 weeks ago. It's nuts, but that made sense. So if you do want to, I guess you can't really call them sleepers, but if you wanted to pick up Trey Lance or Justin Fields cards, they're still high right now. Mm-hmm. But if you think they're going to start at some point and you have faith in them, this is probably going to be the lowest that they're going to be before they step on that field. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do, don't hold on to everything. Not everybody's going to be amazing. You're going to see after Sunday, there are cards that are going to lose 25 to 50% of value come Monday. Just because the hype is building. That's why you always try to sell a certain amount of your cards right before the season starts while everyone's excited. It happens every year. Every year.
Yep. People get hurt. Yep. I mean,
look what happened with Stidham last year.
Yep.
Even though they signed Cam in the summertime, but as soon as they signed Cam, boom, plummet. Look what happened to Drew Lock. So much hype building up. Yeah. His cards were pretty darn high. He sucked. Daniel Jones, super high, hyped. Then the season started.
It's a big year for him, too.
It is. Hopefully he has a bounce back year.
Meaning pressure on him. He's
always had pressure on him.
Yeah, he's got to play well this year.
The second they announced his name on the draft,
correct.
He was in trouble. But it happens every year. You have especially for the quarterbacks. You have all this hype around them, and then they get on the field, they don't perform, and you may lose your ass if you like Herbert. For some crazy reason, Herbert doesn't play well.
Don't you say it.
I won't.
Don't even say it. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Where's Wood? Is there some wood here?
Don't even go there.
Herbert looked good, and he did it all year long. So I have more faith in Herbert than I do anybody else from last year's class.
So Stefan's hot take is don't buy week 1.
Well, don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Don't go overboard after 1 week. Because look what happens to fantasy too.
Yep.
You might drop, a huge chunk of your budget on a free agent, and then he sucks the next week and he's garbage the rest of the year.
A lot of the buyers too, keep in mind if you're shopping eBay or anywhere else, or Collectible or Dibs or any of the emerging platforms, they're all going to have players waiting to auction right around the time that the NFL day ends on Sunday or Monday. So to kind of try to time out the market. So just, he's right. Watch out for it. Watch out for the prices going up. I still think, to me, I have a different philosophy than Stefan. He likes diversification. I like concentration. So I still think Wander Franco is a bargain right now. I still believe Tampa is going to make a deep run in the playoffs. He's going to get national spotlight when he gets out there, and I believe that he is going to – it's going to be a coming out party like it was for Juan Soto. And that's just my opinion.
I agree with that, actually. Yeah. I agree with that. I do think he's underpriced still because he was so hyped and his cards were so high for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I actually agree with that 100%. Like what happened to Randy Arozarena last year, except he came out of nowhere and just tore it up.
Look at this.
Like everyone's been waiting for Franco.
I've been waiting my whole life to agree with Stefan.
Oh my
This is fantastic. All right, we got to end. We got to end on that
Buy
note.
basketball
Rubb.
cards.
My brother.
Buy basketball
Pleasure,
cards.
man.
You should be buying basketball cards.
Devin
right
Booker.
Now. Hey,
I know.
Devin Booker.
they're cheaper than they were 2 months ago.
Till the next time, Rubb Redd signing off. See ya.